والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا صدق الله العلي العظيم وقد قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الوالد أوسط أبواب الجنة فإن شئت فأدر ذلك الباب أو الفحص أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. My most respected elders, beloved brothers and sisters, young friends and visited members, may the peace, mercy and blessings of Almighty Allah descend upon us all. Today's khutbah is a continuation of one which was delivered here 5 Fridays ago on the subject Birrul Walidain, kindness and love shown to parents. This is part 2. In English, we have father and mother. And when both will come together, there is one word, parents. In Arabic and also Urdu, father is walid, mother is walida, with that ta of amis, feminine ta, walid, walida. There is no Arabic word to mean parents except walidain. Taken from walid, which means father, and it has been brought in the dual number. Walid is one and walidain two, but it does not mean two fathers. Walidain, father and mother, meaning parents, and that is how the Arabic language goes. 2 haram, 1 haram, the Kaaba Sharif in Makkah Mukarramah, another one in Medina, Masjid al-Nabawi. We refer to them both as Haramain. You will find Shahrain in the Quran, where Allah explains 2 consecutive months, that is a penalty for a person who would eat or drink during the day of Ramadan without a valid excuse. He would fast Shahraini mutatabi'ain for 2 consecutive months. So walidain has been brought to the verse when Allah has ordered wabil walidaini ihsana, and you show love and kindness to walidain, both your parents, father and mother. However, 5 weeks ago we elaborated on the love and kindness shown to mother. The Hadith explains that Allah has made paradise at the feet of mothers, and people of all walks of life know and understand this, that paradise lies at the feet of mother. We saw when mother got gold trophy, the father apparently he nearly got silver. And it is important, pleases your father, your mother will be allowed to enter into paradise through any of the doors she wishes. Your paradise lies at the feet of mother. But it's important, when mother pleases your father, she will be allowed to enter paradise through any of the gates of heaven. As the Hadith explained, أَيُّمَا إِمْرَأَةٍ مَاتَتْ, whichever believing woman dies, وَزَوْجُهَا عَنْ رَاضٍ, in such a time and condition when her husband is pleased with her, دَخَلَتِ الْجَنَّةِ, she enters into paradise. Here it has added through any of the doors she wishes. SubhanAllah. We know that paradise lies at the feet of mother. Please, mother, paradise is secure. You have paradise. But in order to enter into paradise, and in fact, in order to enter into any building, you need to have a door open. Like many people, they have maybe money in the banks, but they have no access to it. But the money is there. I am telling you, the money is there, but he has no access. Your paradise is secure by making mother happy, pleasing her. But you need a door. Look how the Prophet of Islam has said, Al-Walidu, Father, Awsatu Abwab al-Jannah, is the middle of the doors of heaven. فَإِنْ شِئْتَ, he said, if you want, فَأَذِرْ ذَلِكَ الْبَابِ, you can destroy that door to heaven by displeasing your father. Or you can preserve it by making him happy and pleasing him by obeying him. SubhanAllah. Just as Shadi Barat, the night that passed, last night, and today being the 15th day of Shaban, just as Shadi Barat marks the middle of Shaban, so to Allah has made it. Father, the middle gate to paradise, one for which anyone would take pride in entering into Allah's heaven. SubhanAllah. And it was really heartening last night to see the amount of people, particularly youths, coming out to the mosque. Elders came out with their children, grandchildren. They came out when Quran was being recited, dua was being made. Henceforth, we proceeded to the sanctuary, where we made supplication over and over. It was a night of supplication. Nothing changes destiny but supplication, and we showed our belief in that, our full acceptance in our aqidah, in our belief. It's real. Allah preordained the destinies of the entire creation 50,000 years before He created the heavens and earth. His reign was on water. Through His infinite mercy and love for us, there is a event where on a yearly basis, on the 15th night of Shaban, He does little adjustments, little changes based on our actions, based on our request and our supplication. And it was very heartening to see. MashaAllah, keep it up and be passing on to others the significance of making dua. Not only on the night of Shaban, but throughout our lives. SubhanAllah. So, my brothers and sisters, speaking about the love of the Father, which Allah has made a central gate towards His heaven, He said, among the righteous actions a man can perform is this, and يَسِلَ رَجُلٌ with the aim that a man pay attention, show love and respect unto the friends of his fathers. A practice that we ought to revive. How many of us do know who were the friends of our Father? First, we need to know. We love our Father. We honor Him. Who were the people He associated with in the world? Who were His friends? Who were His colleagues? Even after His passing away, a virtuous son will maintain a very good relation with the friends of God, the friends of our Father. That's proven from yet another hadith when a man came and said, "O Messenger of Allah, I will go after hearing about the virtues of showing love and kindness to my parents that they've born. Is there anything I can do?" The Prophet, upon peace, replied, said, yes. And he mentioned 4 things apart from dua for forgiveness. He mentioned, this was one. He mentioned to honor the friends of both your father and mother, but particularly the man pays attention to honoring the friends of his father. Show them love and give them a little gift. Visit them occasionally, and maybe you can talk a little about the history and the good old days when your father was alive. He brings about a lot of lessons and prosperity. Sometimes we do not recognize, that as we grow up, we make our father our best friend. And there are people who do it for merit and congratulations. When you can know the way and the manner how to make Papi and Daddy your best friend. Find a way to do it. Whether he can give you or he cannot give you, you make him your friend. You should be intelligent enough to know how to do it. And recognize that we always will belong to him. In fact, at one time, during the lifetime of the Prophet, upon peace, a young man came and was complaining that sometimes his father takes a little bit of what he has. Take note of that. He seems to be being upset that father is taking away a little bit of what he has. The Prophet upon peace dealt with that by saying, "Anta wa maluka li abika," you and whatever you have, big amount, small amount, li abika, all belong to your father. That is authentic hadith, remains alive until the last day. You and whatever you have belongs to that, belongs to your father. From this hadith, you can own whatever. You can have a Mercedes, then father doesn't have to say, "Son, can I use your car?" Or never do. He can say, "This is totally peaceful." For you and whatever you have belong to your father, and that is really accepted. The teachings of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, young man, be careful how sometimes you behave grumpy when your daddy, your father, uses a little tool or whatever you have, and you say, "But you didn't ask me." He doesn't have to ask you. Solid, sound Islamic etiquette. You and whatever you have belong to your father. Subhanallah. Anta wa maluka bi abika. Be careful how we talk to our father. It doesn't matter how tall we may grow. Just as we learn to honor our teachers decades after they taught us, and we learn that there is nothing like ex-teacher. As long as the teacher teaches you a sentence for life, he is your teacher. Never ever refer to him and say he was my teacher. There is no past tense when it comes to teacher. Just as we learn to honor our teachers, no matter how big we grow, in time, physically, no matter what we may be, teachers are teachers. Our first teachers were our parents. Maybe dad was that first one who held out the small finger and gave us the first 1 or 2 steps. And I always remember that story that was narrated by one of my teachers who visits, shows here from Bangalore. This old man something perching on a branch of a tree. He called out Beta, my son, Yachi. He said, what is that I am seeing? Come and tell me, what is that? The son came out and looked. He said, Abba, that is a koa, that's a crow. And he went back, the son went back, leaving his father in the house. He continued his business. After some time, the old man, he called and said, Beta, what is that that's seen on this branch here? The son came out and looked. It was a crow. He said, Abba, that is a crow, but the volume raised a little bit. He was a little more enthusiastic. The man continued lying down when the son went. Continued the business for a third time. Old man said, Beta, oh, Kachi, what is that? I am not able to see properly. The son came out. This time very fiery, his color changed, and he was in anger. He said, Abba, ain't I told you that's a crow? How many times I will tell you that is a crow? It's a crow, it's a crow. That was the way he spoke to father. Father, very old and calm, said, Beta, my son, 40 years ago, you were in a hammock under the same tree, and I was in your place. I was looking after the business. As a little innocent infant, you called out to me just like this, repeatedly. I was busy doing the work, and he said, Abba, oh, Yachi, what is that I see on the tree? And I came out with love and affection, and I said to you, Beta, oh, koa, that's a crow. I went down, and before I could have started again, you called me, not 2 or 3 times. You called me repeatedly, asking me, what is this? Abba, oh, kya hai? You told the children how to carry on. Kya hai? You say a crow. What is that? A crow? A crow? And he kept on. Father said, my son, I have only asked you 3 times. Only 3 times. Whereas you asked me repeatedly many, many times, and each time you called me, I came out and I replied to you with the same love and affection that comes. Today, 40 years later, I have only asked you 3 times. And look at bosom, look at anger, look at you. Your disposition has changed, your temperament, you have turned red. Look at the wisdom of Allah. When He speaks to every child, He said, if ever one, both of them should become old. In your presence, but do not ever utter to them one word that will offend them. Allah knows the nature of human being. He is the creator, we were the ones created. He knows what is in us. We have it with us today, tomorrow, and until. As long as we are alive, to read, to listen to, and to follow. Be careful how we talk to our parents, our fathers, our mothers. What a lovely lesson for us, to remember. At one time, the Prophet upon him, he observed a little boy walking with a grown-up gentleman, and perhaps he observed a little bit of indiscipline. So he called the young man, the young boy, and said, who is this man? He said, that is my father. The Prophet upon him, he looked at him and said, if that is your father, then do not walk in front of him. No matter how old you grow, father is still father. That is your father. It's against good teachings and manners that you walk in front of him. Let him walk in front. وَلَا تَجْلِسْ قَبْلَهُ. And that is your father. Don't go and sit before he sits. Wherever you are, at home, you are carrying him out, wherever. Come out. Come out. You are young. Open the door. Let Abu Jahl sit. Allow him to sit. Make sure whatever his walking stick or whatever, it's inside, his clothes is well secured, and you carefully close the door as he did when you were small. empty request. وَلَا تَجْلِسْ قَبْلَهُ. And one monk said, وَلَا تُسَمِّهِ بِاسْمِهِ. Do not ever call your father by his name. Look at that. We learn from school. We learn from school the usage of Mr. and Mistress. Someone asks you, who is your father? My father is I. And with pride and with all that, tune and tone, loudness, my father is I. Are you too big to say, my father is Mr. Zai or Haji Zai or Zaid Sahib? Mr. For you, your father is Mr. Even though 20 years, but the father says he went to the great beyond. Always remember, these are the teachings of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. My brothers and sisters, maybe some years ago, we did not have the knowledge and the understanding that we are blessed with today. And so we did not pay heed to that amount of obedience to mom and papa. Now I am sure if they're born, there will be great regret and remorse. But there is still something. Look at Islam. It has opened the doors and windows for prosperity. It is said that a child who will on a daily basis make dua for mom and papa after they are born, you make dua for them every day, O Allah. You forgive them for their sins. You have mercy upon them. You give them spacious graves. Fill their graves with light. And you enroll them among your rightly guided servants. There is a promise from the Hadith that such children, their names will be recorded among muti'een, obedient children. Look at that. Even though you were not really obedient to them, but now you are recognized, they are born, their account is closed, leaving you behind. You can make dua, dua and dua all the time, day and night throughout. Sometimes you take a opportunity, you go to the cemetery, let's go make dua. After Jummah, you pass it, slow down, turn on that radio, stop, when you come out, if it's possible, you give dua for your parents. There is a promise that you will be recorded as a very obedient child. May Allah give the best for reward us and let us understand the value of making both our mothers and fathers our best friends here in this world. When they are born, we will never find them. And this is what they want from us, a little bit of time. A little bit of time. And don't forget, one of the greatest acts would be jihad, where one goes out and gives his life, sheds his blood for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One time a man went out and said, O Prophet of Allah, I have come to you. I want your well wishes and permission to go out in jihad. And the Prophet asked him, وَهَلَّكَ مِنْ وَالِدَيْكَ? Do you have your parents alive or any one of them? He said, yes, O Prophet of Allah, both of them. Kilahuma, both of them are alive. And this is the Prophet of Allah. He said, you stay and serve them if you desire paradise. Serving them will give you the highest stages in heaven. May Allah reward us for all the kindness and love that we show towards our parents. Those among us who have both ma and pa alive, that's the Kareem, that's a valuable treasure. Learn to recognize it. For those who may have lost one, you still have something to buy. Give that one the love and the kindness, that's your Jannah. And for those who have been deprived of both mother and father, you are on a continual manner. Allah